is struggle a gift? Now, this is going to sound like a parenting podcast, and I have something to say to parents, but don't turn it off if you're not a parent. This is bigger than that. It's based on an article I read this week about a theory in education called the learning pit. It's a theory advanced by a guy named James Nottingham. And it basically makes this point that the best way for children to learn is to be introduced to a challenge and then left to wrestle or struggle with that challenge. That's the learning pit. You got to take a child down into the depths of what they don't know, of what they need to struggle with, of what they need to wrestle with, and leave them there to figure it out on their own instead of rushing in to help. The problem is that most adults, especially parents, tend to step in too soon, at least according to Nottingham. They see a kid stepping into the pit and they rush in there to meet them and take them out. They develop a different pathway for a child, which is when you don't know the answer, I'll give it to you. When you don't know how to do something, I'll do it for you. And the long-term consequences of this is that they end up pretty helpless, not just not knowing how to do that thing, but not knowing how to actually deal with adversity. But forget parenting for a second, because let me tell you this, in the New Testament, what we see for each one of us, parent or not, man or woman, young or old, is that God uses the learning pit. God will be there when you skin your knee. God will be there when you need a shoulder to cry on. But a good dad lets his kids struggle because the learning pit is where we become who we need to be.